What the hell? Oh, do I have like auto-tune on? I do. That's fun. I can do this too. Why don't we do auto-tune and reverb? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for joining once again. Hi, how are you? Hope you've been well. I am still here. I am hanging out with you guys today. I realized the other day that I haven't streamed in like months, and I thought it'd be fun to just jump on. I actually wanted to do it yesterday, 2 days ago, but yeah, life. But here I am. Yeah. How have you guys been? It's been a while. It's been a minute. You guys feeling good? We got a hype train going, 200%. The final level. Dude, what are even my buttons anymore?
Everything is going according to plan.
I don't even remember what these are.
I was getting into the groove.
Magic.
Thanks for the
Isn't
sub.
that funny?
You are now vibing with my
I don't even
Shinoda.
remember what they are. God, it's been forever.
I was getting into the groove.
Remember where that one is. Yeah, congrats on the Grammy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I won a Grammy for Best Remix. I wish you guys could have seen the like scenario, like the context of like when I won this Grammy. I was on I was leaving for a family trip with my kids and with Anna. We were severely delayed at the airport and sitting there like just like so, it was so long. We're sitting there in like it was Burbank. It wasn't LAX. It was a smaller airport and just packed full of people because all of these planes got delayed. Apparently there was like airline employee strikes and like planes gotten canceled and all this stuff. So packed. Airport was like packed. And we're sitting there just kind of like, ugh, you know. I had forgotten the Grammys were even that night because we'd already planned our trip and I wasn't planning to go to the Grammys. And started getting texts. Dude, congratulations. I just like looked online. I was like, wait, like what? And yeah, it was a remix for the Deftones 20th anniversary White Pony release. And I remixed Passenger, which has Maynard from Tool on it. And yeah, I produced it, I mixed it. Like, it was not like, I didn't think of it as like I didn't think of it as like a big deal when we put it out. But people liked it. So thank you very much for the support on that. Lots of people sent really nice notes. Saw those on Twitter and Instagram and the like. What else? What show the Grammy? We don't get the Grammy. You don't, even if you go to the Grammys, you don't get the Grammy when you win it. You get a Grammy to hold. Like if you're at the event, they give you like a like temporary Grammy with no name on it, and you can hold it, like take pictures with it, and go. You know, when you see people like holding like 6 Grammys on the like after show or after they've accepted them and whatever, those are actually those aren't their Grammy. Like what they do is they engrave your name and your award on it, and then send you, like mail you the actual one. So that's show business, baby. They're props. No, they're like legit Grammys. They're like real ones. They're not like made of like, you know, plastic. They're like real ones, but they're just not the one you get to keep, if that makes sense. My life has been a lie. Yeah. Mine has not arrived. No, I don't have mine yet. I'll show you guys. Yeah. I'll post it when I get it for sure. 100%. What else is going on? What is happening? It's made of clay. Yeah. Say hi to Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Aaron the Butcher. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you all. Hope you're having a great Earth Day. It is Earth Day. Yes. What Mac am I using? Desktop. What was the one from last year? Power Mac. The big beast. The new cheese grater. I would give shouts out right now to all the resubs and stuff, but there's a lot. And I appreciate you guys resubbing. I'm not like on Twitch very much, if you haven't noticed. So subscribe and whatever at your own peril. What? It's up to you. I'm not planning to be on all the time. Just, FYI. Congrats on the Web3 job with Warner. Thank you. That's a big one. That's a good one. You want to hear the story? You want to hear a story about that? There's actually like a little bit of a story about the Web3 job. So for those that didn't see that news, I'm now working for the man. Warner Music Group created a new position for me called the Community Innovation Advisor. So what that is a Web3 advisory position as an artist. So my job is to represent, to look at things that they're planning to do or that they're doing, kind of in the longer term, the Web3 stuff, from an artist perspective, and give them feedback on what I think of it, what other artists might think of it, and so on. This conversation, believe it or not, started maybe a year ago. It started a long time ago. And it wasn't like, hey, let's do a job. In the beginning, it was like the CEO of Warner. I was having a talk with Max Lusada, and he was talking about how, in the with the current format right now, with streaming being a primary way that people consume, social media, including TikTok being a primary way people discover, playlists being important, all of these things. He's like, there's a moment where that stuff maybe loses right now it's still growing and gaining, and there's a moment where it plateaus. So what happens after that? What's the next iteration? What's the next, chapter for music in general? And we agree, I believe that it has to do with community empowerment, artist empowerment, decentralization, things like that. And we were talking about, okay, yeah, how do we prepare? How does the label, how do you think the label prepares for that? And we were talking about some of the things going on. And that led into a conversation about me helping them, do that. And I'm happy to say, I kind of went into it thinking I don't know if I want to work for Warner. First of all, there's the time commitment. Second of all, I'm an artist. I don't want to be necessarily on the label side of the equation. I just want to stay on the artist side of the equation and, represent for artists. And so yeah, the way it got carved out was to enable me to still do that. Also to enable, they I got in the weeds a little bit with the people that are doing that stuff, like so doing blockchain related things, doing like community empowerment, having conversations about community empowerment, and having conversations about kind of like things like social tokens and DAOs, stuff like that, for artists who might be signed eventually or are currently signed and whatever. And I have to tell you guys, if I had seen stuff that was like, if that like almost like stereotypical, like the record label is trying to squash the art, like if it had been like, man, Web3 is all about empowerment. These artists are going to be coming in the door with more funding and more power than ever before. We got to do something to stop that. Can you imagine how I would have reacted if I saw that, like looked under the hood and saw that? I would have been just like, oh, hell no. Bad for me, bad for you. Like, so that is clear. Obviously that's not what I saw. And, so yeah, so we carved out this position. I'm working with Warner, still in an artist capacity, but as we've talked on the stream, like somebody just asked in the chat, what is Web3? So to be clear, my position at Warner is called Community Innovation Advisor. So community meaning both artists and label, both sides of that conversation. Innovation meaning like what is the future of like kind of like where artistry and industry and technology all overlap. Like what's the center of that Venn diagram? What was Web 2? Okay, so here's how to think about Web 3. Like why is there a Web 3? So Web 1 was read. Web 2 is read and write. And Web 3 will be or is read, write, and own. Okay, so read, write, and own. Web 1 was like, oh, hey, look, what's an internet? Like, what do you use the World Wide Web for? And it was like, oh, people are posting information. And you can go and you can check it out, and you can like do research or learn things. Web 2 has been controlled by social media, where it's like, okay, I as a user can build a fan base, or I as a user can communicate to you on a platform like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. And I can read your things and I can write my own things, and we connect. That's how we connect on the internet. Also, it works with things like, you can sell things a little bit, but truthfully, you don't own any of the stuff that you post. Like you don't own to a large degree when you start a profile on these platforms, you don't really own anything. Like if they want to shut you down, they shut you down. If you post your pictures and they decide to take them off, they take them off. You almost don't even own your data to some degree. Like that's the reason you find that like you're getting all this junk mail, and they sell your information to ad companies. That's how they monetize, and you are the product. That's Web 2. And we've fallen into this version of Web 2 almost like accidentally as users. Like we didn't realize they were gonna sell us that way. And truth be told, like they can shut you down if they want to. So as an artist, let's look at it from music. As an artist, you build up this fan base on all of the platforms, and you don't really have connection to them. Like if I post something on a social media platform, that might get seen by 10% of my followers. That's not a really good... People right now who are coming into it right now forget that at one point in the beginning, when you posted, like 100% of your fans would see it. Maybe 90, maybe 80 if they just didn't check. But a lot of them, everybody who said, I want to follow you, I want to see your stuff, they would actually see it. And right now that's not happening anymore because the algorithms got put in. Terrano called it, yeah, algorithms. So the next version of when we talk about Web3, we're talking about all of these things. So it's like, we're talking about you owning your data, you owning the conversations that you want to own. Like if I want to talk to you and you want to talk to me, there's nobody really, in a theoretical sense, what people are trying to build is an internet where that doesn't get blocked by a company because they want to monetize it. They want to like, almost like put a paywall in a sense in between me and you, or you and your friend. And last is like, that's why it gets, this part is like why it gets kind of looped in with things like blockchain and NFTs and crypto and whatever. That the reason it gets looped in there is because those are technologies that do allow you to own things. So people will participate in that, and now we're in the early stages of that part. That part is like still very much like developing. So, but the last thing I'll say about the Warner thing. So in my intention working with Warner is, one, to represent artists in that equation, and number two, I'm not like advisor to NFTs. That's not the point. So to be clear, it's not an NFT position. It's a general Web3 position. Cool. Do you guys have any questions about that? That was a lot. A lot of people very excited to be in the chat to see the stream today. Thank you guys for watching. I am happy to be back. I will try and check in more often. I'm not gonna stick to a regular schedule right now because I've actually been doing a lot of music sessions, writing and producing with people. Let's see here. Zetex said, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we stumbled upon a question whether Web3 will be good for artists or not. It'll depend on how you participate in it. So my suggestion, if you're an artist of any kind, music, visuals, you know, whatever, like video, games, whatever you do, just get educated. Like, just start to learn about it. What do I read? As a musician, I read Water and Music. I read on Instagram, there's actually a really great account called Metaverse with a 3 for the E. I think it's called Metaverse. Wait, let me see what it's called. I'll tell you exactly what it is. M3TA. Is that what it is? META V3. META V3 RSE. It's basically a Web3 and NFTs news page. And they just give like a scrollable like headline type of thing. So check those out as a starting point. And at the very least, you'll see how like they try to curate, like these are the headlines happening in it, and it's like I think they do a good job of filtering out the scammy stuff and the noise, the garbage, because there's a lot of garbage. Like NFTs get a bad rep for all of the scammy and all that stuff. There's a reason for that. That stuff is there, 100%. But it's just like anything. Like when there's excitement and there's money to be had, you're always going to get that. So just do your best to get educated and avoid that bullshit. The scammy stuff. Yeah, that's right. What else? Yeah, there's lots of garbage. There's lots of garbage, but there's also a lot of really good just art, like music and paintings and digital art and things like that. Like we've talked on this channel a lot about how, like in the previous universe, like 2 years ago, somebody making things that look like screensavers would make no money. Like you would code these things, you design these things and give it to some I don't know, corporate partner, and they pay you nothing for it, and you just try and make as many of those as possible for like as many people as possible, and like that's part of your job. And now some of those things are being seen as fine art, and people are paying the artist directly a decent amount of money for them. And all of a sudden those people are like, oh my God, like I am being respected as an artist. That's incredible. So that's a change. That's like a big deal. Digital art has like, the value of digital art is gone up by a huge multiple. With Web3, will musicians get a larger slice of financial pie when it comes to music streaming services? I can't imagine that will happen with the current partners. I don't see Spotify, Apple Music, the others. I don't see them like just deciding to give artists more. I think if the government tells them they have to, they will. But I don't see those specific royalties giving artists more. And I'm a little confused, or maybe even skeptical about projects, Web3 projects that are like, yeah, we're going to share royalties with our fans. It's like, well, but royalties are bad. Like, at least current royalties. If I share current royalties with you and I give you 1% or a portion of a percent, like you're going to realize that 1 million streams is worth like $4,000 US. So here's your, like you 0.1% of that. Here's your $4. Like, what was that wrong? $40? Whatever. Yeah, right? Yeah. You're not going to make any money is the point. Do I have new music in the pipeline? I've been working on a few things. It's a bit, I've slowed it down a little bit and put more time in. I've been more selective about who I'm working with, put more time in per song, and I'm, taking it a little slower. Posner. Yeah, I did put out a song. I produced and co-wrote a song called Home with Mike Posner. You can go on Apple Music, go on Spotify or whatever, and stream Home by Mike Posner. I appreciate you. Please do that. Mike is a really great guy. So the story with Mike was that I saw him, I wrote a couple things with him like back a few years ago. And then he decided to walk across the United States on foot. Trained for that for months, maybe even years. He walked across the US on foot. He got to, I think it was like Arizona, and got bit by a baby rattlesnake and had to be airlifted to a hospital. And then they didn't have enough anti-venom. Like they gave him all the anti-venom they had, and it wasn't enough. So he had to be taken from that hospital to a second hospital. And then they gave him enough anti-venom to keep him alive. He had to relearn how to walk. And then he showed all of this on his Instagram and stuff. And then once he could walk again, he went right back to where he got bitten by that rattlesnake. And he finished his walk across America. Can you even imagine? It took all year. The whole thing I think it took a year, basically, to do all of that. Like it takes the better part of a year to walk across the country. Imagine walking across the country all day, every day. It's insane. So he did that. Then the next thing I know, this dude is training for and accomplishing a climb of Mount Everest. So if you look on his Instagram now, one of the early videos is him summiting Mount Everest, which that was crazy because Mike, apparently when you do that, you'll see dead climbers. Like there are people who don't make it climbing Everest, and on your climb, you will see them, the bodies. So it's not a joke. Like it's really crazy. People like imagine like, oh, that must be really hard. No, it's like as hard as it gets. People die. So that's what Mike saw. That's what he did. And he made it back. And I think he kind of, when in our conversations, he kind of was like, wow, like I did that, and like, what is making me do things that are this risky? Like, have I found what I'm looking for? Am I looking for something I'm not gonna find? And he had this moment of introspection. And I think that is why he came back to music. He was ready to come back into our world, and he released this song called Home. So check out Home on Spotify and Apple Music and you know what, Amazon Music, Tidal, whatever you listen to. I haven't been really looking at the chat. What is, if you asked a really, really good question, you can ask it again. Have I seen any live music recently? No. Am I gonna compose a song for Valorant? I would. Do I still play? Yes. What rank am I? I think I'm basically teetering on bronze now. I'm probably Iron 3 right now. Iron 3 bronze. I don't have like a team. I don't have like I think if I don't have like I just go into comp games like solo, and then I get put with people, and it's like good fucking luck. Like, yeah, it's it's not ideal. You know what I'm saying? Like I go in and I'll be like bottom frag on a decent team, and we might win or lose, and I could be top frag on a team. And one thing that bothers me about Valorant, this is my proposal to Riot and the Valorant team, is that above a certain level of carry, top frag on the losing team shouldn't lose so much RR. You shouldn't lose so many points if you fucking killed it for your losing team. Like I've been on a team recently. I was on a team in comp, and we kind of like, we lost. It was a respectable loss. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 13 to like 9 or 13 to 10. I had 30 something kills, and my teammates, it was like 30 something, and then it was like 10 or 12, and then it was like down to like 0 almost. Like the bottom frag, we had a couple people that were just like really didn't happen for them that game. And I lost like, what did I lose? I lost like 20 RR. Like that's or 12 maybe even. Like that's bullshit, man. I don't think that should happen. I think if you lose, but you're in the like top 3 or let's say top 3 on the board, it's like you shouldn't really lose RR. That's garbage. I think that's garbage. No, it lessens depending on performance. Yeah, but you still always lose, in my opinion, a lot. I don't think you should lose that much if you're carrying and it's not your fault that your team lost. We had guys on the team. We had one. We had nobody. Like we still had a team of 5. First of all, and nobody was like sabotaging the team. Like they were trying. There's a lot of like, so I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. And by the way, sometimes I'm that guy. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't lose all the RR in the world for bottom fragging on a losing team. Like if I'm that dude, then fine, take it away. Absolutely. All right, enough Valorant for now. We're gonna remaster other LP videos. I have no idea. Are we gonna do something for reanimation? I have no idea. Bananas. What's the banana story? A couple of you asked about bananas. What is the banana story? What was that? What was the context? the banana smoothie where I got like, dude, you guys. Wait, I thought I explained the weird banana story. No? I never told you the whole weird banana story? Oh, I forgot about it. Dude. Okay, so let me see if I can remember, because it's been like a couple months, I think, since the bananas thing happened. So we bought some bananas, and this story is so epic. It's so dumb. So we bought a bunch of bananas, and when I was putting the things away, I mistakenly like put them in the refrigerator, and Anna saw them a couple days later or something. Anna saw them and she's like, why did you do this? Like, these bananas are already going brown. They're brand new bananas. I was like, oh crap, I just wasn't thinking. I just threw them in there with the fruit. So I took them out, and I was gonna see if they were edible, and quickly realized that like they basically weren't. So I decided, I'll just throw them in the freezer and use them for like smoothies and stuff. So they go in the freezer, and then I come back to them to like make a smoothie, and I pulled out a banana and tried to like get the peel off to make a smoothie, and it was impossible to like get it off. So then I'm like, well, okay, so I'll just like leave it out for a minute and like let it thaw a little bit, and then I'll pull off the thing. And then it thawed, and it got really smushy. They got really soft. And I was like, that's gross, that's weird. I threw it out. So I was like, what I think I should do is take these all out and pull the peels off at just the right moment, and then I can like even like cut them up and put them back in the freezer, and then I'll just have bananas ready to like make smoothies with. So that's what I did. I took them out, left them for like just the right amount of time, and got the peels off and cut them up and put them in a bag and put them in the freezer. And then, oh no, I didn't put them in a bag. And then I realized, oh wait, if I put them in a bag, they're smushy enough that they're all gonna stick together, and I won't be able to like pull them apart and put them in the smoothies. So I took a piece of like wax paper basically, and I put them out on the wax paper, and I put the wax paper in the freezer, thinking like, okay, now they're gonna like freeze all separate, and then I'll just quickly put them I'll do that until they're just cold enough, and then I'll put them in the bag, and then put the bag in there. But I left them in a little bit too long, and they got a little frozen. I was like, it's probably fine, and I just put them in a bag and whatever. Why did I put them in the fridge? Because they're amazing. Frozen bananas are amazing in smoothies. I literally buy frozen bananas and frozen fruit for smoothies, pre-cut, pre-bagged, and whatever. So I now have these homemade bananas in a bag in the freezer, ready for smoothies. And then, I know, Kissiana says I'm taking you on a ride right now. This is a long story. It's an epic story. But please enjoy. Buckle up. So I've got my bags of store-bought fruit. I got my bag of homemade bananas. I make a smoothie with my homemade bananas. And I have a homemade banana. I eat homemade banana smoothies, not every day, but like all the time. I make them. I made this smoothie the same way I always make it, and as I'm drinking it, you know where this is going. As I'm drinking it, I'm like, huh. And you guys, we need to listen to that voice in our head. We need to listen to that voice in our head when we eat something that goes, huh. Because every time that has happened to me, that voice in my head is right. When I know that you guys remember the story about the soupy burrito. My brain went, huh, what is that? And fuck, I got so sick from these bananas. It sucked. It wasn't the kind of food poisoning where you're just like laid up in the bed and like sitting in your bathroom for the whole day. It wasn't that kind of food poisoning. It was 48 hours of just like upset stomach. Like I felt like stomach cramping, and like I didn't have to go to the bathroom all day, but it was so bad, you guys, and it was 2 days of this. I was like, it fucked up my whole all of your probiotics and whatever was all messed up. It doesn't always happen to me. I do, when half the time when the voice tells me that tasted weird, I stop eating it. Like I'm getting better about that thing, but it's such a subtle moment that you just go like, oh, I just paid attention to that moment. Yeah. I had to stop eating this thing. Dude, it sucked. So anyway, shout out to homemade frozen bananas. I did it. I shouldn't have. You know what I shouldn't have done is kept taking them in and out of the fridge. Like there was like just bad bacteria. I don't know. They were cursed. Yes. Cursed bananas. What was a soupy burrito? Yeah, I just ate a bad Taco Bell burrito when I was literally like in college practically. And, oh no, not in college. Long time ago. And I haven't eaten Taco Bell really since. I think I've eaten Taco Bell twice in 10 years now because it was just bad food poisoning. It was food poisoning on the way. I got the soupy burrito on the way down to Dave Farrell's Christmas party. And it's a long drive to get to him. And by the time I got there, I just got there and ran into the bathroom. And I stayed there for the entire party. Sucked. Everybody's in like Christmas sweaters, drunk, like singing. They have like their friends have this little like Christmas, at the time they had like this Christmas carol group with like a ukulele and a couple of their friends who could sing well. And I'm listening to that downstairs, just dying in the bathroom. Sucked. So yeah. All right, so can I recommend a brand of acrylic paint? No, I don't really have a favorite brand. Buy you get. I'll tell you what's acrylic paint. Generally, you get what you pay for it. The more expensive stuff is generally better. There's a reason it's more expensive. Have I thought about doing online concerts? I don't love online concerts. Any ziggurats news? Not yet. No, I have some ideas. Slow going. We keep hitting roadblocks. I keep like trying to like find people to help me make things. And the most recent was we like found, like a product designer and got all the way through the process of like onboarding them and getting ready to work. And then they were like, I can't do it. They had like a work conflict, like a contractual conflict, I think. That pissed me off a lot. Linkin Park news, no. Oh, there is a piece of Linkin Park news. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. It's very, very minor. Let me put it that way. The only Linkin Park news I have for you is that, we talk like every few weeks. Like I talk to the guys or some of the guys, and there's no tours, there's no music, there's no albums in the pipeline. Okay, so let me just tell you that. So whatever, just keep in your minds that is not happening. Okay, so I'll tell you that sounds like I'm just gonna say that much for now. Okay. I say that because anytime the band says anything or does anything, everyone is like tries to start up the hype train, and we're like, no, don't start up the hype train. Like, that's not, you're gonna disappoint yourself. So don't do that. Is Rob out of his cave? No, Kind of. No. Rob's fine though. Thomas Law wants to know how to help you chuck a guitar. I can't tell you how to chuck a guitar. I think you got to just do it. You got to have practice with a guitar you don't care about. Practice with a log or something. Twitter voted me the most underrated rapper. What Twitter? What Twitter? Air guitar, yeah. Have I seen Get the Lead Out, the Led Zeppelin cover band? Maybe? I don't know. What else? Have I seen Spider-Man? Like the most recent Spider-Man movie? Yeah, it was amazing. You know I love that. Why do you even ask if I like... My bar for Marvel movies is so low. They could put out just about anything and I would... I mean, I don't love every Marvel movie. The bar is low. Are you excited about the Fluff drop? Yeah, sure. Fluff is interesting. I think Fluff is interesting. I think with any like NFT, that's an NFT project for those of you guys that don't know. It's an Ethereum one, so I don't do a lot of stuff on Ethereum, but Fluffs is an interesting ecosystem. Why Fluffs? The answer would be because they're the umbrella of that organization is that it's not just a bunch of like dudes trying to do like a little NFT thing and make some money, and that's like their business. It's the idea of their ecosystem is it includes AI, it includes characters and avatar characters with music and infrastructure. Like they put out a collection called Seekers, which are basically communications nodes in NFT form. Wrap your brain around that. Like that's probably too much for 99% of you in here, but remember when I was saying that like you as a user don't want like you have probably said to yourself at some point, I don't want I wish Facebook and Twitter and whoever don't like own so much of my data. Well, these guys are trying to like solve some of that, like allow me to talk to you or you to talk to your friend without by creating a network of the NFTs act as like almost like they call them beacons, like they are acting as a network of communications for everybody to use. So they're trying to decentralize the communications infrastructure. Dude, it's so deep. That's the reason. Like, this is the type of thing that doesn't make a good tweet. Like, it's not like an elevator. There's no elevator pitch to it because it's too fucking complicated. And people who are like, oh, I don't like all this stuff. It was like, because they're trying to scam me. It's like part of it is the ones who are not trying to scam you, the things that they're doing are too complicated. Yeah, you need like a PhD in computer science. Right, yeah. It's like the stuff that some of these people are building is so gnarly that it isn't something that we can understand really, because it's too technical. Thoughts on the Oscar situation? No, thank you. I do not have anything to add. I don't have anything to say about Morbius. If you guys ask a question a couple times and I ignore it, then don't keep asking it. Some of the stuff I'm not answering. Jamie Oliver says gnarly. I'm from LA. It slips out sometimes. What do you want? Elon Musk. I was actually surprised that Elon Musk is like actually trying to buy Twitter. I thought it was just trolling, Like, I thought he was just trolling them, like, for the most part. Like, it's like just super rich guy trolling. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird, you know, weird flex. Yeah. But the fact that he's trying to say like, oh, I want to buy Twitter because of free speech, that's incorrect. That is not true. Anybody who believes that that's the truth is mistaken. He is trying to buy Twitter because it's his primary news platform. He gets more eyeballs and can spread information to more people on that platform than any of his companies can in any other way, and it's free. He wants to buy it to protect his ability to talk to people. That is why. Like, don't consider it like a personal purchase. Consider it like it's coming out of Tesla and SpaceX's advertising and marketing budget. It's eyeballs. So yeah, that's the reason. It's not that he wants you to be able to have free speech. That's fucking crazy. Because the first thing that's going to happen if he were to buy Twitter and be like, yeah, we're anti-censorship, we're pro like free speech, and then we're going to take all the like restrictions off of everybody's tweets. The first thing that's going to happen is wild porn, wild violence, people using it to like threaten other people and lie, complete Twitter chaos. And people are going to be like, but these white supremacist groups are threatening violence on the platform now. And what are they going to do? They're going to be like, sorry, free speech. We don't censor anybody. No. You have to censor somebody. You have to draw the line somewhere. And the second you draw the line anywhere, it's going to be, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's not enough. That's not good enough. That's too much restriction. The argument begins and you are back exactly where you started. So it's not about that. It's about him talking to as many people as possible. Rotting bananas to Elon Musk. Yeah. What else do you want to talk about? Any Johnny Depp? No, I don't want to talk about Johnny Depp. I didn't listen to new Chili Peppers album. The part about it that I thought was interesting was that they did like, I think they recorded to tape, and they tried to do everything very like organic and old school and analog. And they're even taking some of that to the stage, apparently. Our lead engineer, Ethan, also works on Chili Peppers, so he was like telling me a little bit about like what they were up to. Thought that was great. Pusha T's album, yes. Jesus. Holy crap. I love I mean, I don't know what's wrong in my brain that I just want to listen to Pusha T rap about drugs. Like, I just want to hear him on his drug dealer shit, like on the grimiest, anti-mainstream, anti-pop, underground beats. That's Christmas for me. Like, that's all I want. That's what I want in life. And if anybody else did it, I probably wouldn't like it. Am I still in contact with Mark Wakefield? Mark Wakefield manages Deftones. Mark Wakefield is a manager. Mark is a friend of mine since like 7th grade. All right, I think I need to wrap up pretty soon. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I have had some fun today. I see all of your posts about your appreciation posts, and they are awesome, and I appreciate you back. Oh, why are there antlers behind me? I think this is the first time I've answered that. Maybe the second time I've answered that in on a live stream. I think I answered it a long time ago. Either on this stream or on an interview where I used the stream setup. The antlers were was it Spike TV? Was that what that was called? Like back in the day? There was like a bros channel, like a dudes channel. And they had an award show. And they gave our band like an award for being bros. It was a very funny award to get, and it looks amazing. They are like literally like fake golden antlers. So that's pretty awesome. Spike TV, you remember that? So anti-PC, so not PC. You like a bunch of people have commented on the music. All of the songs you've been hearing have been were made on this channel. You can go. What is we have a specific YouTube link now, a channel that's just for the tracks that I've made here on Twitch. Actually, it's for all of the Twitch streams. We've got almost all of the streams up on that channel. If you guys could put it in the chat, that would be helpful, or share that to one another. I don't have the link handy. I forget what it is. Is it Shinoda live streams? Yeah, look up Shinoda live streams. Can we have the alien hat back in store? I'll talk to the boss. I'm the boss. Wait a minute. I'll talk to somebody. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys very much for being here. I gotta run. I do have a session today, and I'm gonna be writing and wrapping up a session. Thank you to Bluesberry for raiding. We're just wrapping up right now. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. And make sure you join the Discord. I am on there once in a while. Discord, what is it? It's official Mike Shinoda? It's official Mike Shinoda, right? I haven't been online much. I'm trying to not be online as much. Yeah, please join. Hold on, I gotta get the link because I feel bad like not putting up the link. Is it just Mike Shinoda? Okay, yeah, discord.com. Sorry, discord.gg/Mike Shinoda. And I'll put the link here. Boom. Do it. You're all invited to the Discord. So we'll see you guys there. If you own a Ziggurats NFT, you get access to special channels on the Discord. If not, just come hang out in the general or in some of the other channels. We got a music channel. We got memes. We got... What are your favorite channels on the Discord? Where do you guys go other than general? Other than Web3, other than Ziggurats? What are your other favorite? The memes channel, yeah. Art channel, pets. Nice. Yeah. The shark thing? What's the shark thing? All right, guys. I'm out. There's the link again. I will see you guys when I see ya. I'm not doing a scheduled Twitch stream, but I'll be back eventually. Nice hanging out with you guys, though. And I will see ya another day. Have a good one. Happy Friday.